Hi, we have created a game so far where there are two characters. The first character is the sprite called as cat. Whenever the cat touches the second sprite balloon, we were scoring a point. And then we created two different levels by changing the time value. Now we have created till this point in the last video session. Now hereafter we are going to add one more balloon and we are going to call that as the danger balloon. Whenever the cat touches the danger balloon, the game stops at that point and we have lost the game. So that this is going to bring in complexity to the game. Let's see the sequence of steps what we are going to follow. The first thing is I am going to create the red balloon and make it appear every 5 seconds once. I'm going to click on this sprite and select the balloon character first. And this is also by default appears in the blue color. Let's click on this balloon, go to the costumes tab and change the color of the balloon first of all to differentiate it. To signify, I'm going to change the color of this balloon to red color. That is why I have been calling this as the red balloon also. I can change the slider and move to the red color range, make it a little darker by moving these slides in this order. Once the color is fair enough, which I see here, I will click on this color and click on anywhere on the window. And once the pop-up goes off, I can click on the paint bucket icon and then come inside, select on the balloon. The color of the balloon now will get changed. Once the color of the balloon gets changed, I can go back to the code tab and then come here. Now click on this balloon 2 and come to the program window area. Now initially the balloon should not be visible to the player. So what we are going to do is I'm going to go to the events tab and drag when flag clicked. Once as soon as the flag is clicked, I'm going to make the balloon go hide. So what we will have to do is go to the looks tab and then scroll down a little bit and you will be able to see the hide block. Drag it and put it here so that as soon as I click the green flag, my red balloon will go hide. I just clicked the red button now to show you how it goes hide. Let me stop it and go back to the game. I will click on the balloon one and go back to our original program. Now in this window, I'm going to make another condition here. We have the third if condition. There are 3 if conditions already. By the third if condition, we are going to identify if the game reaches the score of 20 and then we were announcing the player has won the game. Now below this, add one more if condition. In this condition, I am going to calculate and identify every 5 seconds once. To calculate and identify every 5 seconds once, I am going to add a condition inside. Let's understand what is that condition is going to be. We know our time value is going to increase by every 1 second by an equivalent number by 1. So the seconds are counted 1, 2, 3 and so on. Let me consider seconds 1 till 15 and then see how we can identify every 5 seconds once. And this will keep on going endlessly, meaning if we are not going to stop the program, then the clock value will keep on increasing to a very big value. Now in this time value, I only want 5, 10, 15. To identify any number that is divisible by 5, I can make use of the arithmetic operator, modulus. Now, there is a modulus operation available in our Scratch blocks. what this modulus will do for any number x, modulus of 5 if the remainder value of division, whatever is available, that will be the output. For example, say if I have number as 7, 7 when divided by 5, how we will multiply? 5 once 5, and the result here will be 2. This is our remainder value, and our modulus operator is going to return our remainder value only. So whenever our number reaches 5 or any multiple of 5, then our remainder value will be 0. So by making use of our modulus operator, we can check if the output is equal to 0. Now there is one challenge. This number x or any time value will not be a whole number like this. This will be a decimal value. It will be like 1.1, 1.2 and so on till 1.9 and then 2.0. And then again it will go from 2.1, 2.2 and so on till 2.9 and 3. Now, if the number is going to have decimal values, then I cannot make use of, say, 5.0 modulus of 5. This will not return me a 0 value. A decimal value cannot be modulus operated by a whole number. So this decimal needs to be converted into a whole numeric value. To achieve that, I can use a block called as round. In Scratch, there is a block called as round. If I am going to do round of 5.0, then it is going to return me a number 5 back. So it is going to be of this final statement: round my time value modulus of 5, and if it is equal to 0. This is our whole condition. And finally, this time value is present in a block called as timer, which is present under the sensing logic. Let's go back and construct this line in the Scratch window. Here, I'm going to first of all go to the operators block, take this equal check block, drop it here, check if it is against 0, and then we are going to add here the modulus operator. So under the operators again, scroll down a little bit down, you will be able to find the modulus operator function. Drag it and put it inside the first available location. Now here I am going to divide my number value x modulus value 5, and here the first position needs to be filled. To fill that, go back to the sensing logic, scroll down a little bit, you will be able to find the timer variable. Drag it and keep it inside our program window. Still it has not went to its position. Now let's complete it by going back to the operators logic, scroll down a little bit, you will be able to see the round logic block. Drag it, put it inside the program window. Now drag the timer and put it inside the round block. Now hold together, drag it and put it inside the first available location. Now we have created the required logic in this if condition. This completes the first part of our operation. Now as the second step, I am going to send a message to all the available sprites. Now let's understand how this will work. We have our sprite which is called cat. Now to communicate with all the other sprites in our stage window, consider this as our stage window. There are other sprites present now. There is balloon 1 and there is balloon 2. How do we communicate between each person in the real world? We send a message from one person to the other person. That is something like sending a text message from one person to the other person. But in Scratch, it is not possible to send from person 1 to person 2. But there is an option called as broadcast message. In Scratch, there is an option called as broadcast message. By meaning, we can send a message from one sprite to all the other available sprites. This will send message M1, M1, M1 to all the other available sprites. Now once the message is sent, it is up to the other sprites to either process it or ignore it. We will see in Scratch how to send the broadcast message and then how to receive and process the broadcast message in another sprite. First, to send a message, under the events option, there is a block called as broadcast message, which I just stated. Now drag this broadcast block and put it inside the if condition. And there will be a drop down list which you will be able to select it, and you will be able to see an option called as new message. Now here we can create any message which we would like to send from this point to all the other available sprites present in the stage. So here I am going to put in a message called as danger and click on OK. Now what will happen here in this complete if condition? Here for every 5 seconds the condition is going to become true. That is, it is going to become equal to 0. And once this becomes equal to 0, this if condition will start executing. This will come inside. Once it comes inside, this broadcast danger message will take place. So now all the other sprites, balloon 1 and balloon 2, would have got this danger message. Now we will go to balloon 2 sprite and see how we can process it here. Now this is going to be our third and final step in the game. So here I am going to have an event processing. So under the events, I am going to take this block which reads when I receive a particular message. Let's drag this and put it here. Here, when I receive the message, I can click on this drop down. If there are multiple messages available, then I can select whichever I want. In this case, I am going to select the danger message only. So when I receive danger message, I will do the first thing is select the looks block and drag the show sprite option. So now from now on my red balloon will become visible, but I don't want it to be visible forever. So what I will do, I'll go to the control block, I will drag the wait for few seconds block. I will wait for 1 second and then I will hide it again. So go to the looks block, drag the hide block and put it below. This is one part of the balloon 2's code. Again, I am going to go back to the events logic and select when I receive danger message. And inside this, I am going to sense continuously if the cat has touched the red balloon or not. For this purpose, I am going to the control block, take the forever block and put it inside. And the next step, I am going to create a if condition. So drag the if condition, put it inside like this. Here we have to fill the condition if the touch of cat is present or not. For this, I am going to go to the sensing block and take the touching mouse pointer block and put it inside here. Here this is not mouse pointer. Here we are going to change this to cat sprite. So if the balloon 2 sprite is being touched by cat, that is why I have changed this touching of cat. If the touch event happens, then it will come inside the if condition. Once this is present, then we have touched a danger sprite, and with this our game should stop. And if you remember, to stop the game, we have a block called as stop game. Go to the control block and you will be able to find the stop all block. Drag it and put it inside the if condition. Now this completes the programming of red balloon. Let's go back and hit the start flag and see if we are able to see the game as expected. If you observe now, I haven't scored any point, but I will be able to see my blue balloon and intermittently my red balloon comes up. I still haven't scored anything. So what I will do, I will go and hit the blue balloon one by one. But I'm also going to be careful that I don't touch the red balloon, because once I touch the red balloon like this, my game will stop. Nothing will work afterwards. There is no clear indication whether I have touched the red balloon or not. I'm going to fix this now. So let's stop the game. Click on the backdrops. Go to the backdrop option and select the last available backdrop. Right click it. Click on duplicate. Now in this duplicated, that is backdrop 4, click on text and select the available text what we have. Click Ctrl A, delete the already available text and type "you have lost." Now Ctrl A this text and change the color of this text. I'm going to make it red in color so that it's a danger warning. Once the color is adjusted, I can drag it and put it back to the center of the window. Now we have created a backdrop 4, a message to signify the player has lost the game. So this has to be displayed at the right place. Now click on the balloon 2 sprite, click on the code tab and go back to the place. So here, before the stop all block execution, I am going to change my backdrop. So click on the looks tab and switch backdrop to block. Drag it and put it above. So here also we have to choose the right backdrop. Backdrop 4 is the one which we created last and the required one. And this should give us the appropriate signals from here on. So click on the green flag again and play the game. I'm going to score points and be careful I don't touch the red balloon, so that I progress to the level 2 correctly. But I've lost this game this time, so let me play it again and score 10 points and see if I progress to level 2. Yes, once I reach score 10, I progress to level 2 and the balloons start to appear fast and random. Here I have scored 20 points and the game has come to an end by winning it. But not every time we win games in life. So I'm going to click on the green flag and see our case for losing the game works as expected. So once I start scoring some points and if I touch the red balloon accidentally, we have got a message, you have lost, right? So now we are able to work out all possible scenarios in the game and it works perfectly fine. And this concludes this game and the lesson as well. Thank you and see you again in the next lesson.